Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw live and exclusive on NSW _ 365. My name is Dave Easton alongside the one, the only Mazz Freeway.
Good evening, Dave.
And are you ready for another action-packed night, Mazz? We have got just 13 nights away from the Elimination Chamber, and things are going to hot up definitely from the Raw side. And we know Ricardo's going to start tonight's show, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty to come tonight.
Yeah, it's time to throw some gasoline on and get everything heated up and ready to go for Elimination Chamber coming up.
And, well, Ricardo is in the ring to start things off. Ladies and gentlemen, the GM of Raw. And he's, well, of course, Mundo does have his second match of 3. And it's a hardcore match against Bobby Ho. Oh, my goodness. Mazz, Mundo's in a lot of trouble tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Ricardo's definitely trying to find a way to stop Mundo from getting into this Elimination Chamber. The hardcore match is definitely Bobby Hall's specialty.
And also, and look at this, the Hit Squad, now #1 contenders for Matt and Mike's titles.
Yeah, well, they did get a big win last week over the Hounds, so that would definitely propel them to be #1 contenders, I would think.
Well, we're going to find out. And of course, we're going to start things off with a singles match, and the winner will get into the chamber. And of course, guys, if you haven't joined the NSW network on Twitter, make sure you do so, because we are going to be in for another action-packed night of Raw, and it's going to kick off with this match. Evan Walker versus Dustin Healy. The winner becomes the next member of the Raw Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, this could be a big push for one of these two stars that have kind of been sitting around here waiting for something to happen.
Well, we start things off, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Evan Walker.
And it's going to be interesting to see how Evan Walker is going to do in this matchup. Did pretty good in the hardcore six-pack challenge that we had last week with Matt defending his hardcore title.
Yeah, of course, Scott Steiner, the new hardcore champion. He is going to be in 6-man tag team action, and that's coming up a little bit later on. He's going to team up with Zadlan and Tim Ridge to take on the Disney Alliance. That is coming up very, very shortly. With this match, of course, one of these two men so close to becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. It's a dream opportunity for both men, Mazz.
Yeah, well, hopefully one of them will capitalize on this match here and pick up the win and go into the Elimination Chamber and possibly walk out with the NSW Heavyweight Champion.
Well, remember, guys, if you're in the NSW app, welcome to you guys as well. Remember to get your votes in as time goes on. Tell us how you do tonight. And, of course, if you do have something good to say, we'll say it live on air tonight. And, ladies and gentlemen, here's Evan Walker's opponent coming from Massachusetts. He is Dustin Healy.
Yeah, former NSW world champ, and hopefully he can get into the Elimination Chamber here tonight and get the win here tonight to get into the Elimination Chamber to become a 2-time champion.
Yeah, well, he actually won the NSW title, so if he wins the world title, he will become a part of that elite group who's held both titles.
Yep, how many people have, so be a good notch in the belt for Dustin Healy.
Yeah, well, this should be a very interesting match. It is your first match of Raw this evening. It is coming up right now.
This should be a great matchup with these two superstars here. Both going to lay it out on the line to become make it into the Elimination Chamber, I think.
Well, it should be a very interesting match. Just kick things off, Mazz. Who are you going for in this one?
I think I have to go with a former champ in Dustin Healy. That I think the fact that he's been there at the big time matchup, he'll know what to do to get the job done here tonight against Evan Walker.
Well, Evan Walker, look at this start of nice DDT, taking Healy down early on, and another kick to the head. Looks like Walker trying to signal out the head early on here, and Healy has just not got out the blocks here early on. And look at this, but then just as I say that, nice back suplex will take Walker right off his game. Mazz, you've got to think for Healy here, with someone like Walker, you've got to do the high fly, and you've got to try and keep Walker though down off, and stop using his educated feet.
Yeah, well, also get away from the upper body power strength that he has. I mean, I think Dustin Healy needs to look to kind of stick and move on him and do what he's doing now, trying to hit him with a couple of drop kicks and try and stay away from him as much as he possibly can to get the victory.
Yeah, look at this Healy now. Off the ropes. Could be looking for the drop kick. Yes, he does. Right to the side of the jaw. That could be enough, you know. Healy, no, not even going to get a one. Should really hook the leg. And of course, we're building up towards the Elimination Chamber, Maz. We already know a few competitors in there. Bobby Hall definitely is one. Sheamus is definitely one. You've got to think that now, after Ryan Fox has been announced this week by Ricardo, for getting his rematch, now here's a big chance for one of these two guys to think, well, we know who's in the chamber. We can scout them. Possibly better chance.
Yeah, it's definitely giving the other guys that are actually in the Elimination Chamber a better chance at watching this match to see which one's going to come out the victor and be able to look at the match to see what they can do against these guys to possibly eliminate them in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, and you can also remember Evan Walker and Sheamus have got a bit of a history between them in Season 2, so it'd be interesting to see that match again. Is nice belly-to-belly throw by Evan Walker here. Walker trying to just stomp a mud hole in Dustin Healy. Look at another suplex! German and an absolute beauty taking of that. And Walker in control. Just as I say that, Healy comes back with a nice neck breaker. And Maz, you've got to say, Healy's really got to try and change his game plan here.
Yeah, it just seems like he's trying to go toe-to-toe with Evan Walker here, but the strength of Evan Walker is just overpowering him.
Yeah, look at that. Hits the bottom rope there when he tried to get the flapjack. Now, oh, Walker completely missing off the top rope. This could be Healy's chance.
He needs to capitalize, though. Kind of letting Evan Walker maybe get back in this.
Hold on, look at that. Oh, the shin to the face. Could that be enough? Walker, though, trying to shake it off. Healy's got to try and stay on him here. Nice back suplex. Healy may just be seconds away here. What is he going to do here? Healy now picking Walker up. Has him up. Oh, there it is. The swinging suplex. Into the cover. Hook of the leg. Healy is going to the Elimination Chamber.
I think that's going to definitely shake up the Elimination Chamber match. Having a former champion there now, it's definitely going to give Sheamus something to look at.
That is a big win for Dustin Healy. He now goes forward to the Elimination Chamber. Congratulations to him. And it's one definitely to look out for as a former NSW champion. And Maz, definitely one of the outsiders for the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, definitely going to be a dark horse in the race there. I think a lot of people might be wanting to pick Dustin Healy to come out the victor.
Yeah, and this is filmed a little bit earlier on, guys. A certain group arriving. Who do you think it is, Maz? Well, there's your answer. It is the
Disney Alliance.
Yeah, the Disney Alliance, and they're going to be up in action next, of course. There is AJZ, Killer Whale, along with Travis Soule, Ryan Fox, who's in the Elimination Chamber, of course.
Former world champ.
Yeah, and look, we now Joe Disney, the leader. And this is your next matchup. It is Just Believe, the number one contender for the United States title, taking on the United States title holders, cousin Juan Diaz, and that's coming up next.
And it seems Juan Diaz is pretty much the softener out for Giovanni's opponents recently.
And he is really the muscle of the group, you could say, Maz. Really, would you want to pick a fight with him?
Well, if you spent like 6 years in jail and all you do is work out, you come out looking pretty buff, and I think Giovanni's found himself some good backup here in his cousin.
Well, Juan Diaz making his way to the ring. He, of course, the cousin we found out of the United States title holder, Giovanni Diaz, has helped him in a lot of matches. And now he is going to be taking on Just Believe, who will face Joe Diaz on October 5th at the Elimination Chamber with the United States title on the line. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring from Boston, he is Jess Believe.
Even you can be amazing. Just all you gotta do is just believe. I think after last week in that fatal four-way match where he came out the victor to become #1 contender, everyone in the NSW app has become a just believer, I think.
And you've got to say, he went through 3 other men last week, Maz, and you know, at the end of the match, we seen what happened. Giovanni sneak attacked him, so I'm sure Jess, in all his believing ways, cannot wait to get his hands on Mr. Diaz come October 5th.
I think Jess is going to look to maybe show Juan Diaz or actually show Giovanni what he's going to do by taking on Juan Diaz here tonight and getting a victory over him.
Well, we will find out. As you can see, Jess trying to get his believers going here in this matchup. As you could see, warm up indeed, but it's not going to be easy. Definitely not a one-way thing here. Just believe, Juan Diaz, it is your next match, ladies and gentlemen, on Raw tonight. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are off and underway. Maz, who are you going for in this one?
I'm going to have to go with Just Believe. I think he's really picked up a lot of momentum after that victory last week, and I think he's going to definitely want to show Giovanni that he's not to be taken lightly.
Oh, nice! Backbreaker that. As Jess started up with Juan just trying to catch him early on. Definitely Juan will have the power and the height advantage in this one. Now they go behind, and anyone! Even someone who's went in prison can do a Russian leg sweep.
Yeah, but I think Jess is going to definitely build on the fact that he's got a bunch of believers here in the arena that are going to definitely get behind him and give him the momentum to get through this match.
Well, you have to say, the merchandise is flying out for Just Believe. Believers everywhere we go. And now, but this is not going to help him here. One drops the big leg. And you've got to see, look at the height advantage, Maz, that one has on Jess.
Yeah, Juan must be pushing at least 6'7", 6'8". He's definitely a tall guy and definitely using that power to his advantage.
Look at this nice hip toss. Oh my goodness, halfway across the ring. Maz, you have to say, Jess has got to do something here. He's got to try and keep Juan off his feet. I know we were talking about that in the last match, but that's what happens. If Juan is on a vertical base here, he is going to be deadly. And you've got to say, Juan, it can do it on his own. I know he's been having problems, well, not problems, but he's been helping as the problem solver as Giovanni Diaz. But don't get me wrong, he can get it done in his own right here.
Yeah, he definitely did a good showing in the hardcore match. He was definitely a good contender in that match and was one that most people thought was going to walk out with the title. But, you know, maybe eventually when he picks up a couple more wins, he'll get it together.
Well, we will find out, of course, if that is going to be the case with towards the end of season 2. Is look at this, up on top. Oh my goodness, he's just nearly taking him out, and that could be it, you know.
That might be.
And it is. And well, you have to say, we didn't see it off camera a little bit. Giovanni distracted the ref enough for Juan to take advantage. And you have to say, this is a bit of a blow, Maz, for Jess going into the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that is definitely going to take some steam out of his sail, but I don't know. I still think that a lot of people are starting to believe in him, and I think that's going to help him get through the match and possibly walk out of Elimination Chamber as the new United States champion.
But you have to think, Maz, you've got to think, Jess has got to try and get someone to help him to combat Juan when that happens. Well, hold on here. This is not done at all. And what are these two guys up to?
It looks like they're going to try and soften up Just Believe right before the pay-per-view.
Ah, come on, guy. Someone has got to stop this. Look at this, attacking a time and again. And this is definitely gone way out of order here. We've got paramedics coming down here to try and take Jess away. And really, I hope Van's happy with himself. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
I think Giovanni's a little threatened by how much momentum Jess is building from becoming the number one contender and all the Jess believers backing him.
Well, we will have to see if Jess is alright. We'll hopefully get some updates as the night goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, NSW comes your way 4 times a week. Raw on a Monday, main event on a Wednesday, SmackDown on a Thursday, and NXT on a Saturday night. If you want to watch any of our previous shows, go to YouTube, Nonstop Wrestling UK, free to subscribe, please do so. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's NSW_360. If you have Facebook, join the Facebook page, NSW365. Shows start 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. If you live somewhere else in the world, check Google, because it'll tell you where it is. Coming up next, it is 6-man tag team action. The new hardcore champion Scott Steiner teams with Zadlan and Tim Rage to take on the Disney Alliance.
I think this could be one of the biggest tests for the Disney Alliance. I know last week Zadlan and Tim Rage were not happy with, or at the end of their match, they took an exception to the Disney Alliance.
Yeah, and well, here he is. We seen it in Hell in a Cell last week. Scott Steiner, your new hardcore champion. And well, you have to say, Maz, he pinned the champion, no doubt about it. Scott Steiner is now a man on a roll.
Yeah, he's definitely made a name for himself coming back, and he's definitely picked up a good win and became the hardcore champion.
Well, Steiner making his way to the ring. And well, this is going to be a very interesting matchup, you would say, Maz, especially with Scott Steiner teaming with Tim Rage and Zadlan. Of course, they've had history before. We all know about the Authority now on the same side.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show you what can happen in a year. I mean, beginning this year, these guys were at each other's throats, and now they're getting to have a team up here tonight and take on the Disney Alliance.
Yeah, and these two guys, former tag team champions Tim Rage and Zadlan, have shown in recent weeks that they are back to their threatening best. And what a way, you would have to say, to team up with someone like Scott Steiner. What a powerhouse of a team this is going to be.
Yeah, I think, like I said, this could be one of the toughest tests for the Disney Alliance to take on these 3 guys. There are some big, powerful guys in the ring there.
Well, let us find out if this is going to be one of the matches, or if the Disney Alliance can pick up another win. But these two, man, I am so looking forward to this match here tonight. And here is, ladies and gentlemen, AJZ, Travis Soul, and it's Killer Whale. It is the Disney Alliance.
Yeah, I can see how you kind of get this two confused, the bald head and all, but Killer Whale's definitely much bigger and more powerful, and glad to see him back here in NSW, and can't wait to see how the Disney Alliance can do in this matchup. It's going to be a tough test.
Well, definitely good 6-man action coming up. This should be very interesting. Disney Alliance, no Joe Disney allowed at ringside, but 6-man action at its best. First of 2 6-man matches here tonight. Let's go. So who is going to win this one then, Maz?
I'm going to have to go with Zadlan, Tim Rage, and Scott Steiner. I think there's just too much power on that team for the Disney Alliance to overcome. Well,
we've seen AJZ in similar circumstances against like the Russian Connection, where he's come through it. But let's now see if he can, of course, help his team here. And well, there seems to be no problem here. And look at this, a bit of double teaming coming up here. Zadlan into the corner. Travis Soul in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, it looks like the Soul Man needs to get a tag out here soon, or he's going to be in a lot more trouble.
Well, he's trying to turn it round here. Zadlan, as anyone, even someone with a big hairstyle, can do a Russian leg sweep. Zadlan now seems to be the one in the trouble. A few arm bars there. And Travis Soul has turned this around here. They
Yeah,
go.
he's definitely staying on Zadland here and keeping control of this match.
Yeah, look at this. AJ's and Killer Whale just applauding. And why not? Hurricane Rana takedown. And Travis Soul is shown very impressive here.
Yeah, Soul Man's on fire. He's definitely taking it to Zadland here, but don't count out Zadland. He's not one to be messed with.
Yeah, and a nice takedown there by Zadland. Zadland now looking to take out. Here comes Tim Rage. So far all of the other one team have been in, but Travis Soul is yet to tag out here. And that might cost him. This could be his chance. No, he continues to fight on.
I don't think that was a wise move. I think Travis Soul should have went there and made the tag out.
Yeah, look, it's a bit too close to to Zadland on the far side. Over and over again. Athleticism by Travis Soul and the spinning elbow. Soul maybe think they've got this here, you know. Into the cover, hook of the leg. Just a two. Tim Rage not going to go down that easy.
Yeah, you can see AJZ's not afraid. He jumped right in that ring and ran across it and took out Scott Steiner within seconds.
And here's Killer Whale. This is what we want to see. These two, we've seen these two go to before. Look at this. Tim Rage out of nowhere. One-handed chokeslam. Oh my goodness. Could it be all over?
That was impressive strength and power.
Blindside Killer Whale. No, you're going to have to do a lot more to Killer Whale. That might help. Sidewalk slam. Into the cover. Hook of the leg. Referee bit out of position. And he got him!
I think the referee kind of lost control of that match toward the end there, but good win for Zadland, Tim Rage, and Scott Steiner.
That is a huge win. Big win tonight for our hardcore champion. Zadland and Tim Rage continue their winning streak. The Disney Alliance, well, you have to think they may have to just go back to the drawing board after that one. A big win here tonight for Tim Rage, Zadland, and your hardcore champion, Scott Steiner.
Easy win for those guys. I don't know what happened to Killer Whale there for when he got in the ring there. It just seemed like Zadland or Tim Rage had his number.
Hold on here. Ricardo, what's this about? Oh my god. He's putting Tim Rage, Zadland, and Scott Steiner in a hardcore title match at the Elimination Chamber.
They go from being tag team partners and now they're going to have to face each other.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, coming up next, we've got a little bit of a treat for you from NXT. We have, as the takeover comes your way Saturday night, we've got tag team action. Kev King and Morgan Wolf is going to take on Edgar and the number one contender to the NXT title, Orion Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, all I can say at this moment in time is all hail the King.
And I've heard a lot about Kevin King here. He's definitely made a mark for himself in NXT and become a really good champion over there. And hopefully he'll get the chance to move up one day on the roster.
Yep, Kev King, ladies and gentlemen, is your NXT champion. He will defend it this Saturday night at NXT TakeOver against Orion Johnson. And wow, what an interesting match this is going to be. Bit of a treat for you guys here on Raw who may not have seen NXT before, but NXT are the rookies of NSW, and you definitely want to check them out Saturday night for when the NXT have their first branded pay-per-view. It is called TakeOver. Make sure you watch it then. And of course, everybody should just all hail the king of NSW. Stand up, Mazz, come on, stand up for the king. Come on.
All right.
Stand up, come on. He is our king. Well, we go from the king to a member of Legacy 2000. His name and number one contender for the TV title is Morgan Wolf.
Yeah, I've seen quite a good matches from Morgan Wolf in NXT. He's definitely made a name for himself over there and looking to get back his television title.
Well, it is going to happen on Saturday night. He is going to take on Tyson Kidd for the TV title. And, well, tonight he is going to team up with Kevin King. But his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is Edgar.
And Edgar, no stranger to being up on the main roster. Back in season 1, he was one of the main roster spot challenge, or on the main roster, and got a reprieve to come back in NXT to kind of hone his skills, and we'll see if he's done better since we've last seen him on the main roster.
Yeah, he has indeed been given a new lease of life, you could say, down on NXT. Should be very, very interesting to see how he goes up with Ryan Johnson here tonight. Very interesting character, Edgar. And you were dead right, Maz. He was in season 1. Of course, he was on the SmackDown brand. But now, back in NXT. This should be very interesting, as I say, to see how he is back on the main stage.
Yeah, it looks like he's ready to throw down here in this matchup and see what the King and the Wolf have for him tonight.
Well, he is ready for action. Edgar here tonight. Very interesting character, definitely, you could say, Maz. But this guy has literally blown away the competition in NXT. A fan favorite at the highest most. The instant replay. He is the #1 contender for the NXT title. He is Ryan Johnson.
I haven't seen much on him, just got a glance at the Battle Royal that they had on NXT this past Saturday, and he fared very well in that matchup, and we'll see how he can do here tagging with Edgar.
This guy literally has just been a revelation since coming onto the NXT brand, and now finally gets his shot on Saturday night against the King and has a chance to be the NXT champion. Can he do it? Well, first off, he's going to be against each other in tag action here on Raw. Okay, let's go. Who you seen this one, Maz?
Now I'm going to have to always go with the champion, and I'll hail the King.
Right, all hail the King! Remember, guys, do not go against the King. And of course, the King saying on NXT on Saturday night, of course, saying whoever he faces should go down for treason, which I completely agree with. He is definitely main roster spot material. And Maz, you've got to say this is going to be a very interesting match. All 4 of these men, especially as Morgan Wolf has a TV title shot coming up, and now Ryan Johnson just probably eager to get his hands on Kev King just 6 days before their title match.
Yeah, maybe you can find a little weakness in the King's armor and maybe take him down at the pay-per-view or at the NXT TakeOver.
Yeah, of course. So he comes 5 days in on Saturday night. Remember, it is still same time as always. Make sure you join us for NXT TakeOver. Can't say more for the show. Has done so well. It's got so much ratings in season 2. Edgar goes for the cover early on, but working over the NXT champion Kev King. And this is where King's more dangerous. Look at them punches, Maz.
King's throwing some bombs in there.
And now King again. Now this is the ground and pound style. If you do watch NXT, you will be familiar with Morgan Wolf just shouting out instructions there at the side, trying to get a cheap shot in, but Edgar again managing just to miss it. Nope, there you go. There's the cheap shot from the outside.
And the King's definitely taking command of this matchup, and I don't know if Edgar's going to have a chance. He might look to try and get over to Ryan Fox soon.
Uh-oh, hold on. Morgan tagging himself in the match. I don't think Edgar saw that, you know. He still thinks Kev King's still the illegal man. And this could backfire on Edgar here. Morgan Wolf tried a shot, really didn't go anywhere. Now, threw him into Kev King, but that backfired as well. Now Morgan Wolf trying to get a lot of reversals here in the last minute and so. Edgar now trying to work over. Maybe we'll see Ryan Johnson for the first time. Here we go. Listen to the crowd, Maz. They have picked up now. Ryan Johnson is in here.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten behind this kind of like indie style kid here.
And
Ryan Fox, or Ryan Johnson.
Both opponents taken out. But again, Morgan Wolf not paying attention, trying to go after Edgar on the outside. needs to be back inside the ring. Johnson just waiting for him to come back in as they hook up. Johnson gets the better of that one. And look at this on the top here. What is Johnson going to do here? Superplex maybe? Yes, it is! Right into the center of the ring. And you have to say Morgan Wolf could be in a lot of trouble here after that.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan Johnson's definitely staying on top of him and not giving him a chance to breathe here.
Where is he? What is Ryan Johnson doing here? Oh my goodness, he can't. Not from there.
Go coast to coast.
Oh, right into the ribs. And that could be enough. No, look at that. Morgan managing just to manage to break out of it.
Yeah, it might have been a desperation maneuver. You might need to look to get the tag.
Yeah, especially because you let Ryan Johnson. Oh, Johnson went for the spin and Morgan moved out the way. This is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. High, fast pace here. You will see this every week in NXT. Morgan hits a few shots. Of course, Morgan was the longest reigning TV title holder, Mazz, back in NXT. And now he looks to try and get the title back. But look at this. He's now trying to show that maybe he wants a shot at that NXT title sometime down the road again as well.
Yeah, it could definitely work out in his advantage to get that title back, to possibly get up on the main roster sometime.
And look at that. Kev King, chip shot on Ryan Johnson, leads to this. A big knockout punch by Morgan Wolf. Into the cover. Referee slightly out of position. Lets Edgar get the advantage, but you can see the blood. Oh, Wolf bites! That is it! Wolf bite, and that is it, surely!
Looks like he might have busted open Ryan Johnson on that one too.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson is bleeding heavily here. And, well, thanks to Edgar, this match continues. But Morgan now, look at this, trying to get a tag to Kev King. Here comes the King. Now, here we go. Number one contender takes down Ryan Johnson, goes after Edgar. But Edgar too quick for him, hangs him up. Johnson can get advantage here, maybe needs a tag. Johnson dragging King away.
I would think that Ryan Johnson would want to try and get the pin on Kevin King just to show the King that he can take him down.
But that belly-to-belly suplex could be enough. Edgar's got to get back in again and does. Manages to break the count up. And another big shot by King. Oh, nice dropkick by Johnson trying to catch him in here. And Johnson tilt-a-whirl backbreak and a beauty on the King. Look at this now trying to go behind. Nice back suplex. This has gone back and forth. This is what NXT is all about, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss Saturday night and the takeover. Johnson looking to put away Kev King here. Face first, plants him.
That might do it. It looks like the King kind of being worn down here.
No, wait there. What's he doing here? And he's tagging Edgar in. Maybe Edgar wants... Well, Edgar, that's very strange. Maybe Edgar...
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe he wants to do more
I
damage.
don't know why Ryan didn't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why Ryan tagged out. I think he should have just tried to go for the pin there. He might have gotten the King on that one.
That's true. And look at this. Uh-oh. Here it comes. F.U. Yes! And that is it. That has got to be it. Goodbye. Edgar into the cover. Hook of the leg. Morgan's in. Doesn't get him. And that is a big win for Edgar and the number one contender, Ryan Johnson, here tonight.
Yeah, that's going to definitely leave the King reeling, and I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from that. Might give Ryan Johnson the option to win the title at the NXT TakeOver.
What a win for Ryan Johnson. Edgar, that is what you're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, in NXT. You do not want to miss, as I said, NXT TakeOver. It comes your way. Start time 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 East, 3 West on Saturday night. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is your main event for NXT TakeOver. The champion, All Hail the King, in Kev King, as he takes on the number one contender, Ryan Johnson.
It's going to be a great night of action to see all the young rookies of NSW who are NXT trying to make a name for themselves and move up to the main roster spot.
Yeah, 4 title matches comes your way on NXT TakeOver, and John Michaels has already said a brand new superstar signed this week will debut on NXT TakeOver. Coming up next, tag team action. Beer Money take on the Hounds.
Beer Money's been kind of struggling in the tag team division. Hopefully they can get a win over the Hounds tonight and get themselves back into the top 10 or top 5 ranking.
Yeah, Beer Money indeed struggling a little bit, and they've sort of struggled when Victoria Justice hasn't been here. Many people have reported that Victoria Justice has parted ways with Beer Money. You would think now, Mazz, Beer Money have got to start concentrating if they want to get into the title picture with Season 2 coming to an end.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, if they can get the win here over an established team in Hounds, that it could definitely propel them to be at least in the contenders match to go on to WrestleMania.
Well, we will find out tonight. But Beer Money versus the Hounds, well, that should just have everybody wait. This is what tag team wrestling's about, ladies and gentlemen. We have such a good tag team division, and here is the former tag team champions, Leo Mercer, Jason Crew. They are known as the Hounds.
Yeah, these two really came in here with a plethora of credentials to push them to the top, and they definitely backed it up when they got in here by taking over the tag team division.
But they've struggled in recent weeks, and also have sort of had a bit of a problem with the Hit Squad recently, especially after being attacked last week. You think that the Hounds, they've got to get back to winning ways this week, of course, just to put the Hit Squad out of their mind, really.
Yeah, well, both teams here need to get this win to move up in the spots in the tag team division, but I think, like you said, you know, maybe the Hounds need a little bit more.
Well, Jason Crew and Leo Mercer, well, they would have to put the Hit Squad to the back of their mind, as Leo Mercer in the ring with Marvelous Monroe at the moment. Oh, nice shot into the corner, and we know from what the Hounds have been saying all week, trending worldwide, release the Hounds. Go to Twitter, find out. Unbelievable. They have been really getting the fans trying to get behind them, Mazz. They've been saying all week that the Hit Squad are on their radar.
Yeah, I think after last week, the Hounds definitely want to get a little bit more revenge on the Hit Squad, so hopefully maybe at the Elimination Chamber, the Hit Squad will win the tag team titles, and the Hounds will get a chance to fight them for the titles.
Well, at the minute though, Beer Money in control. Leo Mercer in a bit of trouble here. Shot by BG Nelson.
Yeah, I think the Hounds may need to focus more on Beer Money than thinking about the Hit Squad in this matchup, because Beer Money is not a team to be taken lightly. Yeah,
here comes Jason Crew, the powerhouse of the team. Oh, nice knee into the midsection there. And you got to think, if the Hounds are on the game, they're unstoppable, Mazz. You have to agree. It would take a very special team to beat the Hounds when the Hounds are focused and really have got their mind on the match.
If any team in NSW's Raw roster definitely on the same page as the Hounds, they both work as a cohesive unit, and they know where each other's going to be, and they really complement each other in the ring here.
Yeah, look at this nice cover over on, but not going to do more than a one count. Referee slightly out of position here, but BG Nelson showing some good footwork here, and a nice double arm suplex, but again too close to Leo Mercer. And a headbutt, oh my goodness. You don't want to get a headbutt off him. Look at that! Oh my goodness! The standing, threw him in the air, hit him with the uppercut, and, well, unless Monroe can do anything yet, no he can't! Wow!
Yeah, he nearly took BG Nelson's head off with that uppercut.
And that is one way to show that yous are back in the game, as BG Nelson, well, nearly took his head off here. And hold on, whoa, hold on. Look at this, after the bell.
Speaking of the Hit Squad, they're back, and looks like they're definitely not done with the Hounds.
This is ridiculous. Come on, guys. This is ridiculous. Let them have that victory, for goodness sake. Oh, wow. Come on. This is ridiculous. Well, the Hit Squad, well, live up to their name, ladies and gentlemen, and take out the team of the Hounds. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are building towards the Elimination Chamber, coming your way live on NSW_365. It comes your way October the 5th. You do not want to miss it. Of course, myself and Mazz will be there. And Mazz, we're building up both sides. SmackDown and Raw's Elimination Chambers are getting to the full capacity. And remember, Mazz, the Women's Elimination Chamber this year as well.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting Elimination Chamber this year, having 3 different ones and definitely a lot of titles on the line.
And coming up next, it is Extreme Rules hardcore match. Bobby Hall already in the Elimination Chamber, could stop the Mundo getting in there if he beats him here tonight. Mundo's got to win this one and then pray to God that he can get the win next week to get in to the Elimination Chamber. But this man will try and stop him. He is a 2-time former hardcore champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bobby Hall.
Yeah, everyone calls him the hardcore legend here on NSW Raw, and he's definitely made a name for himself in the hardcore division, holding the hardcore title multiple times. And I think Ricardo set this match up knowing that this is pretty much Bobby Hall's specialty, and thinks that maybe Bobby Hall can stop the Mundo here tonight.
Well, Ricardo has already had his way against Revolution X by taking the hardcore title off Matt last week. Can he stop the Mundo getting into the Elimination Chamber? We will find out. Hardcore style, it has got to favour Bobby Hall in this one. But don't count out the Mundo. Mundo's been in hardcore matches. Mundo's also been a hardcore champion. So this could be a very, very interesting matchup between these two. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is the leader of Revolution X. He is the It Factor of NSW. It is the Mundo.
Mundo's been looking good the past couple of weeks. Got a big win over Ryan Fox last week, and want to see if he can take it to Bobby Hall here in this hardcore matchup and walk away with another victory to propel him down to this third match to get into the Elimination Chamber.
Well, we will have to find out. Mundo has got to not think ahead here. We were thinking about that, about the Hounds. Mundo has definitely got to think about this before even thinking about a third match, because he might not even get to a third match. Remember, Bobby Hall knows all about the toys under the ring, and here we go, Mazz. Give me a prediction in this one.
It's a tough one to call. I mean, Bobby Hall's such a great hardcore legend, and but I think Mundo's going to find a way to find a kink in Bobby Hall's armor here and take him down and show him why Mundo's the hit factor here on the NSW.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, Bobby Hall already in the Elimination Chamber. But he wanted to really get in the good eyes of Ricardo. Never know, Ricardo could give him that 6th chamber spot. Remember, to come out last. And if you get that spot, Mazz, you've got to think you've got a big advantage going into, well, really, in the Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, a lot of superstars are definitely trying to vie for that. Those last couple of spots that we have for the Elimination Chamber.
Look at this Mundo though, waking over. Nice back suplex. Of course, still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 6-man tag team action as your main event. We're going to see the Hit Squad again team up with World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus against the other members of Revolution X. Matt and Mike, the tag team champions, and Danny Sixes. Mundo just starts taking Bobby Hall out with a chair. 4 shots. And then, well, you've got to think Bobby Hall has got to keep away from that. Nice drop kick, though. Bobby Hall trying to get, I think that's a baseball bat I think he's trying to get. Mundo's got to try and stop him. He does. Bobby Hall drops the bat. But Hall again with a suplex onto the bat. My goodness, Mazz, Mundo has got to try and stay away from that and trying really, as he's doing now, keep Hall onto the floor.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to try and keep Hall away from those weapons underneath the ring. And I don't know if this is a good place for him to be out here on the floor. He's getting really hurt.
Suplex after suplex. Well, you have to say Bobby Hall is just showing what he is worth. And now trying to get a table, but Mundo again cuts him off. Has done a good job of doing that so far. And it's into the ring. And now what's Mundo going? Oh my goodness, no. Oh, the referee I think the referee caught him. And then Bobby Holder. So I think Bobby Holder got caught a lucky break there, Maz.
Yeah, it looks like the referee kind of helped him out a little bit there by stopping Mundo from grabbing something from underneath the ring.
And look at this, Mundo going for the clothesline, trying to end this one, but it only gets a one. Needs to do more than that to put Bobby Hall away here. And what's he going to do? Oh my goodness me. No, another powerbomb on the outside. Oh, there's one. He's hooked the hands. There's two. Is he going to hit a third? Yes, he is. Is that enough to put Hall away on the outside? No, just a two.
I'm surprised that Bobby Hall's able to stand up. But I'm sure he's got at least.
No way!
Concussion.
No way! Into the
M5,
barrier!
into the guardrail.
Into the guardrail! My goodness me! Cover! Mundo wins it!
Wow, what an impressive win from the Mundo. I've never seen that kind of a mean streak from the It Factor.
Oh my goodness, into the barrier. And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a new side to the Mundo here tonight. An M5 into the barrier.
A little bit of ruthless aggression brought out in the Mundo here. It's definitely going to help him in the Elimination Chamber, I think.
What a shot. Wow. Maz, I'm stunned. What a shot that was right at the end. And, well, Mundo picks up the win here tonight. And Mundo's coming over for a microphone here. We're going to probably get some words from the It Factor. And, well, you have to say, he is right. 2 down, 1 to go. And what do you think could be next, Maz?
It's tough to call. I mean, I know Carlos Rodriguez, I'm sure he thought that this was going to be the one that Mundo was going to lose, but I don't know. We'll have to see what Ricardo comes up with for next week.
Well, Mundo's saying he's going to go into the chamber and take the World Heavyweight title. If he's going to show this kind of form, you've got to say, I would get a little bit worried. He's saying Revolution X members win their matches, they will reign Raw. And, well, who can stop them? That's the problem.
Yeah, it seems Revolution X is really on a roll lately and looking to capture all the gold here on Raw.
Well, we will find out, of course. And, well, really, Mundo doesn't really want to try and stoke the fire of our GM anymore here. And hold on, I think, yep, Ricardo's here. And he's saying that he's got something special for him, but he's going to make him wait. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ricardo laying the low down for Mundo. And I think, well, you've got to say, Mundo not happy with that at all.
Yeah, but if I know the Mundo like I think I do, he's probably got something up his sleeve for next week to combat anything that Ricardo could throw at him.
Well, he's saying you better find something good, and you've got 7 days to find it. That is going to be an interesting last match, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next week. And, well, thank you for joining us back at ringside. Dave Easton alongside Mazz Freeway. And, Maz, what a roll we've had so far. We've seen Dustin Haley in the Elimination Chamber. The Hit Squad tacked the Hounds again. And now we're ready for the main event.
Yeah, ready to watch Revolution X take on
Hit Squad and Sheamus.
Yeah.
Should be a very interesting match indeed. Very interesting partnership. Again, we've seen Steiner earlier on the night. And now the Hit Squad have to team up with Sheamus to take on Revolution X. It is your main event, ladies and gentlemen. And it is coming up next on Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is your reigning, defending NSW World Heavyweight Champion. He is Sheamus.
Yeah, he's the NSW World Champion. He's definitely going to have his hands full coming into Elimination Chamber with all the competitors that have made their way into the Elimination Chamber so far.
Yeah, Ryan Fox, Bobby Hall, Dustin Healy are the men currently in that match. And you have to think Sheamus is in a lot of trouble come Elimination Chamber.
But at least Sheamus has got a little bit of backup here tonight with the Hit Squad watching his back in this matchup against Revolution X.
Yeah, because making their way to the ring, it is Braden Havens and Harry Smith. They are collectively known as the Hit Squad.
Yeah, and these two guys have really gelled in the past couple of weeks and definitely put together a good string of victories and got themselves to the number one contender spot. And they may have a good match coming up against Matt and Mike at the Elimination Chamber for the tag titles.
Yep, definitely. They have Revolution X in their sights. And, well, this is going to be a little bit of a taste of what we're going to see in 13 nights. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring, Mike Schaller, Matt Rhodes, Danny Six. They are known as Revolution X.
And this group is definitely shooken up NSW in the past couple of weeks and definitely made a name for themselves and looking to get a big win here tonight.
And you would have to think, Maz, Matt Rhodes, well, we know he wasn't happy losing the Hardcore Championship, but surely now bigger fish to fry, you would think, when he has to take on the Hit Squad along with Mike at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, these two have really definitely gelled as a tag team, so it should be a good matchup between the Hit Squad and Matt and Mike of Revolution X.
And of course, Danny Six coming into the group as well. You have to say, this should be, well, a very interesting match for Revolution X here tonight.
And Danny Six has definitely made the necessary adjustments moving up from NXT here to the main roster and got a big win over Sheamus, which is very shocking for an NXT superstar to come up and beat the World Heavyweight Champ.
And you'd have to think that, well, Mundo must have seen something in Danny Six for him to get him into the group.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Mundo does a lot of the due diligence and checking out the young prospects over in NXT a lot of the time.
Well, we're into six-man tag team action. Maz, who are you going for in this one?
I think I'm going to go with Revolution X. They've definitely formed a great group, and they're both kind of all working together, and it's going to be tough for Sheamus to kind of work with the Hit Squad, I think.
Look at this. Well, maybe not. Sheamus into the corner, tags in Harry Smith. Matt goes across, and just doing a few rings off the ropes. And Harry's trying now to get all Revolution X members here, having Matt on the top in the wrong part of town here. Oh my goodness, what a jawjacker off the top rope. Harry Smith trying to show what Mike and Matt are going to be in for here. Hook of the leg. Not going to have to do a lot more to do that early on, but now Mike and they're getting a cheap shot. That might have given Revolution X the chance to get back on top here.
And here comes Danny Six into the ring.
Look at this.
Look at the fly.
Oh my goodness, right into the face of Harry Smith here. And then the high crossbody. This is what we've seen him do in NXT. And now on the main roster, Danny Six is showing he belongs up here. Well, he is definitely proven it in the last couple of weeks, as you were saying before. And look, just taking it to Harry Smith here.
Yeah, it looks like Harry Smith's getting the best of him there right at this moment, but never count Danny Six out.
And look at it, nice shot by Danny into the ropes. Hurricane Rana, takeover, into the pin. Referee slightly out of position, may have cost him here. Oh, and Sheamus breaks it up at 2 3/4.
It's looking good for Harry Smith at this moment.
No, not at all. Look at this. Oh, nice takeover. Danny Six in complete control here. And now looking to try and put Harry Smith away here. Into the cover. Referee again slightly out of position. Could that be enough this time? No, and this time Braden Havens is the guy that breaks it up. Oh, and the double team by the Hit Squad. Taking Danny Six out there. And look at the... Oh, shoulder breaker by Harry Smith, taking Danny out of the game here.
Hopefully, Danny Six can make a tag and get one of the other members of Revolution X in this ring to help out.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do too much because this is what happens. Look, he gets caught here. Nice shot into the midsection by Braden Havens. And oh, the backstabber! Oh my goodness, this could be, you know, into the cover, hook of the leg. 2, and he got him! And a huge win for the Hit Squad here tonight.
Wow, big upset. I didn't see that coming. I thought they would have a little bit of trouble tagging together, but this Hit Squad's really good.
And they are now serious #1 contenders for Mike and Matt tag team titles. A huge win here tonight for Sheamus and the Hit Squad on our main event. And again, Maz, Ricardo must be smiling as Raw ends tonight.
Yeah, another loss for Revolution X, and I'm sure Ricardo's basking in the glow of this team winning here.
And look at these 3 men celebrating here. You have to say, what a good win for them here. Hold on. What the hell? What the hell? What's this all about?
I guess you can't trust this Hit Squad team.
What in the... Well, I am stunned here. What the world is this all about? Well, maybe they haven't got the name of Hit Squad for nothing.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to make a statement showing that, you know, even the world champion's not above them.
Look at the shots by Harry Smith and Braden Havens here. And, well, they're not done here. Come on, guys. Enough is enough. This is crazy.
Oh, it's looking good for Sheamus.
And, oh, well, here's the Hounds. The Hounds coming in. And now the scores are even. And the Hounds have got rid of the Hit Squad as Raw goes off the end. What a way to end Raw, Maz. Chaos as the Hounds save Sheamus. And now the Hit Squad have got now not only Mike and Matt, they've got the Hounds to deal with.
Yeah, it looks like the feud's not over between the Hounds and the Hit Squad. It's definitely going to continue on.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Raw is over for another week. We move on to main event on Wednesday night. Maz, go out the fans.
Good night, fans. See you next time.
And that is it from Dave Easton and the crew at Raw. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for NSW main event.